This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you.
As we welcome the Republican nominee, President Trump, and the Democratic nominee, Obama.
Idiot friends.
And abuse of power. My first question to both of you tonight: why are you wrong and your opponent right?
We have a phenomenal nominee. In fact, some of her biggest endorsers are very liberal people from Porterville.
You're the worst president America has ever had.
Hey,
Come
Joe,
on.
let me-
By the way, the 200,000 people that have died on his watch, how many of those have survived? By the way, the 200,000 people that have died on his watch, how many of those have survived?
It's about a zero.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why
because
would you answer that
because
question?
the question is
the Supreme Court justice, radical left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen.
How about new?
By the way, in terms of the whole notion of a vaccine, we're for a vaccine, but I don't trust him at all, nor do you. I know you don't. What we trust is a scientist. A lot of people died, and a lot more are going to die unless he gets a lot smarter, a lot quicker.
Mr. President?
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me.
Fatality.
We didn't know anything about the disease. Now we found that young children are very, very vulnerable. Elderly people with heart problems and diabetes and different problems aren't. We learned a lot. When needed, I wear masks.
Okay, let me ask.
I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. Let me just tell you, Joe, I've done more in 47 months. I've done more than you've done in 47 years, Joe.
I want to focus first on the taxes. Propose more than $400,000 over a decade in new taxes on individuals making more than $4 trillion a year and on corporations.
The analysis done by Wall Street firms points out that my economic plan would create 7 more jobs than his in 4 years, number one. And number two, it would create an additional $1 in economic growth because it would be about buying China.
He has no law enforcement
That's not
support.
true.
Almost
That's
nothing.
Look.
Oh, really? Who do you have? Name one group that supports you. Name one group that came out and supported you. Go ahead. Think. We have time.
We don't have time. Like almost everything else he talks about, he does have a plan.